I cannot tell you my name, or where I live, or even the specialty within which I practice medicine. I cannot do so for I have been ashamed, embarrassed, and at times stigmatized, even today years later. I fear restoration, liability, and even persecution. Some of these may have been deserved and done one time, but today my story is one of success. It is a story of hope and support and recovery. I share this intimate tale so that you, my colleagues, and friends in the medical field can hear the human side of addictive disease. It is treacherous grief and for the freedom of confidence from which I have emerged from this terrifying illness. My drug use did not begin until medical school. I was never a drinker in high school or even a college, nor did I use drugs socially. Then one evening, when I was finding it hard to say awake and study to an organic chemistry exam, a friend directed to me some stimulant that were available in sample form. The result was perfect. I began using the pills rather innocently whenever I needed a boost to me. It was like a cup of coffee, only better. I soon learned that I could order the pills on the internet and I have supply whenever it was needed. Upon graduations, I entered practice determined to be the best doctor possible. I spent a great deal of time with my patients who keep coming back. My patient load grew and exponentially, and I had trouble keeping pace. I had no experience running a business. I was working long hours and was unable to juggle the growing load. I found myself taking more and more pills just to keep up, and then even more pills to get me to sleep again. I give little thought this drug use. After all, I was no street junkie making covert deals in dark alleys. I was a good doctor, with many patients using my medical knowledge to make the path toward success a bit smoother, so I thought. My drug use illustrated. In addition to internet orders, I would write prescription in the names of the family members. Suddenly, my uncle had knee pain. My father-in-law back problems and my aunt arthritis. I did not think but the record I was establishing further supported uses. Nor did I think about the records of my own prescribing practices. I was out of control, but getting my taking many pills to get through each day. Throughout this time, I still felt on top. Despite my drug use, I was patient with driving practice. I provided quality care and had a no patient's compliance. I had a wife and children and relied upon me and saw me a great provider. My friends and family admire me. I was respected in the community. I enjoyed the status of field I was deserved, having achieved academically and well socially since childhood. And then one day the drug enforcement agency came to the door and carrying the fraudulent perceptions. The reality of situation took months into sink in reactions was disbelief. I was no druggie engaged in covert activities. I was certainly no criminal. I was an admired and respected patient. I was sure that the entire misunderstanding would be cleared up with a smile. In apology, I will not have been more wrong. The shame and magnitude of my tumble was immeasurable. Not only did I face the legal and professional ramifications of having written improper prescriptions, but I had to cope with the personal humiliation of a fall and grace. I was no longer the icon of success I had worked a lifetime to achieve. I was now painted on only the eyes of my colleagues, but also for every first time in my own. Fortunately, when everything was crumbling around me, I got support and advice with the guidance of Patients Health Services of PHS. I got into a treatment program that helped me realize that I suffered from virulent illness that was both worthy and deserving of help. I was medically aside from the effects of medications. I had no stop taking and learned to take responsibility for my behaviors, but also to recognize that I have been sick. I could be certainty we get well. I learned that addiction would be a lifelong condition, but not a lifelong impairment. And I agreed that a long-term monitoring contract with PHS to comply with this contract, I had to work. I saw the therapist to address issues of addiction, shame, honestly, interpersonal relation. I submitted to regular and random drug screens. I attended support groups meeting, meet with sponsors and mentors. In doing so, changed my life dramatically. After months of treatment out of state, learning about my disease and learning about myself, and I came back home feeling strong. I was healthy, drug-free, clear, thinking and ready to pull my career back together. Unfortunately, my career was not yet ready for me despite the fact that I had never had a malpractice case and I never harmed a patient. There will be months in waiting for licensing board to address my petition to go back to work and I will investigate.